Всем привет, друзья! С вами Никита. Ну что, умоемся в воде. Да? Поедим из котелка. А теперь за дело. Серьезно? Ты решил поспать сейчас? Да, передай
I
добычу.
have some trophies.
Show me. Good work. That's the way to deal with the scum.
Так.
Can you teach me?
Certainly.
Ну я, наверное, еще не умею.
Well,
Ладно, давай.
I'm ready.
Are you sure? You should wear lightweight black clothing. Anything you don't need, you can leave here. I don't want you clanking around in plate armor.
Ага, даже
Of
так.
course.
А где тут торговца найти? Сомневаюсь, что в Тальмберге, да? В Ужицах меня не любят. Черт. Придется вам потерпеть чутка. Где у нас поближе будет какой-нибудь портной? О, вот здесь. Значит, мы идем сюда, блин. Неудачно получилось, да? Кто же знал, что они хотят прям вот так сильно подготовиться? Кинжал у меня вроде бы есть в сумке. А, значит, только одежда. Если что, все можно ж на лошадь поскладывать. Одежда темных цветов. Запомнил. Я готов ее покупать. Сейчас хоп, окажется, что где-то там в лагере рядышком был сундук. Совсем необходимо. Да ведь? Так, портной.
God save Henry.
I'm glad to see you.
Я рад твоей встрече. Итак, сортируем по стоимости. Синий воинский жупан. Так, вид, заметность. А шум? 47. Не-не-не. Это что такое у нас? А, шум маленький. Возьмем вот эту штуку, значит. Это нам ничего такого. Это я уже одел там. О, не шумная вещь. О, а это что? Так. О. Давай тебя. Так. Тебя возьмем. И все, что ли? Снять. Все снимай. Даем все в лошадь. Одевай. А, больше не может. Ага, вот так, значит. Мне нужны еще штаны. А чё я черных штанов-то не купил? Ну, вообще есть такие. Похоже, у него ничего такого нет. Серые. Мгм. Это будет видно. М. Более будет видно. Так. 35, 34. 34 и 35. А вот я хотя бы... Где они? Только что видел. Нет. Нет. О. Спях. Штаны. Я готов. Главное, чтобы мне сейчас по пути никакая вражина не встретилась. А если мы до Тальберга доскочим, ничего страшного же. Они же там должны спрятаться за стенами. Вряд ли кто-то вылезет оттуда. Кто вылезет, сразу из какого-нибудь куста стрелой по башке получит. Охраны-то вокруг много. Должно быть, я надеюсь. Они же не глупые люди. Я с учетом того, как они открывают дверь всяким незнакомцам. У нас же война, кругом разбойники. Неужели он не мог сказать никого не пускать? Неважно по какой причине. Что это там горит? А, это наш лагерь, да, горит? Так. А нет, это чей-то дом. Жаль его. А, это ж тот мужик, у которого мы... О! Задание по Яну Зайцу брали. Оружие. Ладно, кинжала у меня нет. Ай, ладно. Мы без него справимся. Я готов.
I'm ready.
Так лучше?
Are you sure? You should wear lightweight black clothing. Anything you don't need, you can leave here. I don't want you clanking around in plate armor.
А,
Yes, I'm ready to go.
ну,
If any of you are having second thoughts, this is your last chance to speak. Very well. So I hope we're all clear on what has to be done. We need to free the hostages to deprive Toth of his advantage. Now he'll be keeping them somewhere where they can be guarded, but somewhere separate from his other men.
And where would that be?
We always kept our captives in the house on the Bailey by the stables.
What if they're in their tower or somewhere else?
Then we'll have to go to the gate and try to open it. But that will take time and attract attention. So we can only do it if we know exactly how things stand. And if they sound the alarm, before we've done anything, we get out of there quick. Understood?
And leave them there?
Better a couple of hostages than a pile of corpses. Lord Capon, are you
О, а
quite
ты что
certain
тут
you want
забыл?
to engage in this action?
Quite. After all, it can't be much different from sneaking out of the upper castle in Rattay and back in every night. Besides, who else will keep this hothead from raising bloody mayhem?
Well, see to it that you do, my lord. May God guide our footsteps.
Серьезно? Вы его тоже пускаете? Кто это придумал? Ну ладно. Играем в ниндзя.
This will be something. They'll be telling stories about this for years. We'll be legends. Unless we fuck it up. Then Istvan will be telling the stories and the joke will be on us.
Ну так постарайся ничего не испортить, а, птенчик. Я знаю, щебетать будешь еще как. Сейчас стражник такой смотрит на все это, да?
We'll go first and take out the sentries. Wait here.
Ну, давай подождем. О, я думаю,
What are they
что...
waiting for?
Quiet, for fuck's sake.
What are they waiting for?
How should I know?
Why do I bother asking?
Oh, be quiet and watch that light on the battlements.
Серьезно, Индра, как думаешь, чего они могут ждать? Ну, идет там кто-то.
Fuck this waiting, I'm gonna climb.
Можно я тоже полезу уже, а? Нет, похоже, нельзя. Ладно. Одуванчик полевой. Все, сняли часов. Рабкайся на стену. Эх, жалко кинжала, ясно. Так.
I'll put on his armor and watch this side, but there are still 2 guards on the portcullis winch to deal with. Any volunteers?
Henry will do it.
Buffoon?
Henry, then. Just make sure you keep quiet.
Прикончи стражников у ворот. Окей. Ох уж этот стелс. Аккуратно, тихо. Тихо.
Fuck. The alarm's been sounded.
Where's the alarm? Watch
Yeah.
out!
Crawling out from under some rock.
Over here!
Как так-то? Итак, попытка номер 2. Может как-то разделиться. И зря я поднимал того стражника. А чё, ну уроню я его. Ага, там просто охранник развернулся. О, а что это такое? Давай понаблюдаем за ним. Ну, будешь разворачиваться, нет? Убираем лук. О, пошел. И встал здесь. Да, понятно, он меня просто спалил в прошлый раз.
Fuck. The alarm's been sounded.
Новая попытка. Идем. А может сразу к дальнему идти, а? Так, пошел. Не, ладно, лучше сначала ближнего. И уходим. Аккуратно, аккуратно уходим. Кладем его здесь. А убить его можно? Похоже, он уже мертв. Я надеюсь. Кинжал есть. О, пробойник. Неплохо так разбойники зарабатывают. Давай, второй. Не будем рисковать, подождем, пока он пойдет. Да ведь? Ну да. Надеюсь, его не смутит то, что одного охранника-то нет уже. Я бы, блин, смутило. Давай, иди. Долго тебя ждать, мужик? Ну уже. Так, ты шевельнулся. Теперь иди. О, молодец. Так. Хорошо. Молодец. Так. Кончи сравников у ворот. Сделано. Поднять тело. Нечего в проходе валяться.
It'll all go a lot easier if no one sees us. And fooling around with the portcullis is bound to- First, we have to find the hostages. Then we can come back and deal with the rest.
Сначала надо оставить этого стражника здесь. Серьезно, ты будешь мне говорить, что сейчас я здесь нахожусь в постороннем месте? Жалко.
Easy now. We're almost there. Let's not fuck it up at the 11th hour.
О, это да. Так.
Careful here. All doors lead to the courtyard. All it takes is for one man to go for a piss and he'll see us.
Ну, вон один уже идет. Остановись. Что он делает? Он делает. Боже. Да. Красавчик, чё сказать?
Anytime now.
Так, ну давай спрячемся здесь.
Jesus! Get a fucking move on, man.
Я уже здесь.
Patience. He has to move.
Угу. О, вон там один идет. Так. Не должен нас заметить, по идее. Прошли, хорошо. Тут никого. Закрыть дверь. Не смотри на меня, мне страшно. О, моя кровать. Я могу сохранить здесь игру.
Who are you?
Where's Sir Radzig and Lady Stephanie?
Lady Stephanie? She's not here. She must be held somewhere else.
Where? Where is she being held, and where's Sir Radzig?
I suppose the lady might be in her chamber. We don't know anything. They herded us here and told us not to move a muscle.
Черт. Понятно. Подстава, значит.
We'll have to go back empty-handed. I really thought we could pull it off.
We're not going anywhere. Not without my father and Lady Stephanie.
And how are we meant to find them? They're not in the stables or anywhere nearby. You want to creep right inside the palace where Toth's men are everywhere?
Именно.
Yes. We can't leave them in Toth's hands.
It was hard enough getting this far, but going inside is madness. What good will it do them if we get caught?
Then we mustn't get caught.
Listen, Hal, I can appreciate your stubbornness, usually. But this could cost us our heads. At least we saved those other people.
I told you, I'm not leaving here without the hostages.
If you're determined to be a stubborn ox, go right ahead. I suppose you might as well look for your sword while you're at it. No point leaving the job half done.
Save your speeches. Are you going to help me or not?
If you want to get yourself killed, you can do it alone. But before you go raising bloody mayhem, give us time to get out of here.
Come on then. Let's get the fuck out of here before they catch us. Kurva! Fuck my ass!
Мгм.
Oh, fuck. I
Henry!
have to carry him out of here
Sorry
right
to
now.
trouble you, but could you fucking do something quick?
Бежим!
To arms! Get over here!
Бежим!
Hey! All of you, gather here!
Подстреленный в задницу, терпи!
Quick! They're right behind us. That is, behind you. They're in front of me, and I can't do anything.
Да ладно тебе!
If you don't get a move on, they'll stab you in
Отвиньтесь!
the back right under my nose.
Черт, я так понимаю, шансов всех спасти у нас не было, да? Фу, добежали. Здорово.
I have to admit, we didn't do too well.
True. The shame of it. They drove us back before we even got anywhere. It's worse than if they'd killed us.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. We had to give it a try. If we succeeded.
If pigs had wings... Now, I know it troubles you, but it's not over yet. We'll rescue the hostages and hang that bastard Ishvan.
Черт, мне не дали делать все, что я хотел. Очень жаль. Ну, какая-то у вас тут довольно спокойная осада, да?
It seems, Robard, that we're running out of options.
We don't have enough men to scale the walls with ladders, and we can't afford to lose any more. We can only take Talmberg by a ruse or with superior numbers. Ruses have failed, and we don't have superior numbers.
Then we are left with no choice but to build a trebuchet. To demolish my own walls. Where is Master Fafar?
He's waiting. We sent for him as soon
Bring
as...
him to me. Let's not waste time.
Sir Divish.
You will build me a trebuchet, Master Tobias.
Trebuchet, my lord. That's not entirely in my field of expertise.
We have to take back Talmberg.
Yes, indeed, sir, I understand
And
that.
you are the best engineer we can rely on in the whole fiefdom.
Oh, well, thank you, my lord, but it's just that I've never built a trebuchet before. This could take some time.
Then you'd better get to it. Bernard will go over the plan of attack with you.
Ну так я не умею строить требушеты.
Well, Master Tobias, you have much to do and little time. I will not keep you any longer.
Indeed. Of course, sir. Thank you, my lord.
How are the preparations proceeding in the other camps?
As well as can be expected under the circumstances. There are still many things that need doing, but I just don't have the time for them.
No, you don't. Henry.
Yes, sir.
I would like for you to help with the preparations in the encampments.
Gladly, sir.
Robard will brief you. That'll be all.
Приготовление. Я думал, блин, мы его сейчас штурманем оперативно и все. А не. Ладно, что от меня надо? Новые знания требуют. Я так понимаю, мы можем одеться обратно. Штаны эти оставим. Что нам не надо? Тоже не надо. Кто-нибудь подберет из нас. Итак, что осталось у него? Внешнее одеяние, кольчуга на тело, наставники. В смысле слушать? Ожерелье. Сумку. Ага. Так. Я самый целый кольчужный коев. А, у меня уже есть кольчужный коев. О, вот это было мое. Наручи мои. Так. Ну-ка. Это что такое? Кольчуга на тело. Понятно. Вот ты. Все. Заново одет. Пустите меня ко мне. Ну, рассказывай.
What needs to be done?
Look, a military encampment's a complicated thing. I don't expect it to be as peaceful and orderly as Holy Mass. But what we have here now is havoc. The men are as nervous and short-tempered as caged bears. When you walk around the camps, you'll see for yourself. Grumbling everywhere, complaints about everything from the gruel to the fleas. They're moaning they've drunk the alehouse dry, and now they have to wait for the next batch of beer. We've got dead who deserve a decent burial, and a lot of wounded, including one of their lordships. The less the troops grumble, the better off we'll all be. But that's not even the main problem.
What do you mean?
Did you hear what Sir Divish was saying to Fafar, our master builder?
I heard some of it.
And what did you make of it?
He said he'd never built a trebuchet catapult. I wouldn't even know where to start, but he might.
But, if it'll take him as long as he said, we can't wait until Judgment Day. We don't have that much time.
I'll try to ask him if I can help in some way.
You should definitely do that. Without a trebuchet, we're much too weak.
What's the easiest way to take back Talmberg?
The easiest way? Call in the Royal Army and leave it to them. But there's no Royal Army to help us now, and we can't afford to wait. What's more, we don't want to destroy the castle. Personally, I'd like to return to it.
Repairing the castle would be expensive.
And time-consuming. No trebuchet is wholly on target. The missiles fly as they please. And if we blast the castle to pieces and Sigismund comes back, he'll make short work of us.
Do you think Sigismund will come back?
How do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this chaos, someone else probably will. The whole country will know about it soon enough.
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on Talmberg. Like that fellow Havel.
Not only Talmberg, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage of power-hungry bastards like Havel and Toth in Bohemia.
Is there some way we can get through the gate?
There are steps from the gate up to the walkway on the battlements, and I don't know how Istvan's covering them. Then there's the portcullis to get through. A big battering ram might breach it, but how could you get one that close? I reckon we'll have to set fire to it.
Stuck up brushwood and light it?
Brushwood, timber, anything that burns, soaked in as much pitch as possible. The local charcoal burners surely have some.
And even if it doesn't burn the gate right down, it'll weaken it and make it easier to break through.
Exactly.
And what about the walls? Which side is the most vulnerable?
The south and east are solid. It would be useless to try anything there.
It's best defended from the north, and as for the west...
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall. But I think in the end we'll try that way again, only this time we'll do it better.
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranyuk for longer. It would have been much easier there.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him there, there would have been real carnage. It's likely we only won there because he'd already gone and taken most of his best soldiers with him.
Is there anything else I can help with?
Well, we need some pitch. I know you had dealings with the charcoal burners.
I've met a few, true enough.
Then have a look around the area. If you manage to find any pitch, bring it to our quartermaster in the camp at the quarry.
Понятно. Ага. Сколько всего? Воу.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Сам-то как думаешь?
Sir Robard sent me to you. He said you have to build a trebuchet.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Tamburg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Отлично, сейчас команда по осаде.
There is a way you could help. Conrad Keyser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
Кто это?
Conrad Keyser? Who's he?
He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
He was with Sigismund?
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Betlen Castle.
You're still an engineer, though. Couldn't you build it yourself?
Are you serious? Do you know how complicated such a machine is? What forces are at work in the contraption? If we were lucky, it wouldn't fire at all. Far more likely it would smash itself to smithereens and kill lots of us instead of the enemy.
Понятно.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all.
Ох, сколько ж всего. О! Новый кусок задания. Пообщайся со всеми. Понятно, готовить... Разворчался-то, а? Готовить осаду не так-то и просто, да? Ого, лошадь, что с тобой? Что тебя трясет-то так? Успокойся. Будет хорошо. О, лошадь. Что? Молодец. Так. Это мы знаем сейчас как. Плюхнемся. Нет? Паслись. Молодцы. О, еще один лагерь. Папа, кто у нас здесь живет?
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
How are we doing with the food?
Who wants to know? One of their lordships?
No, I just wondered if there was anything you're short of.
Oh, I see. The lordling is wondering if we're in urgent need of anything. Well. To tell the truth, we don't have much meat. They bring it round often enough, but never as much as they should.
Yes, I've heard something like that.
I'll say. Every other man's moaning on about it. The gamekeepers are doing all they can, but they can't keep up. So if you know how to help them out, bring it right here. I'll take care of the rest.
Fine, I'll keep that in mind. Do we have any beer?
Christ, I wish we did. Our ale's all gone, and we've drained the local inn dry.
That's bad news.
Don't I know it? You can't go and catch a beer in the woods either. But if you happen to know about some, let's hear it. News like that'd refresh me almost as much as a drink. And the lads, too.
Че и пивко искать тебе? А?
My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
How are the men holding up?
They're a rabble. The out-of-towners are desperate to go home. And the locals, they've got nowhere else to go. So they're just generally complaining.
Are they causing trouble?
No trouble as such. It's true I've caught a few of them asleep on their watch. There's nothing a couple of lashes of the whip can't cure.
Well, there might be a simpler solution.
Whipping a man, simple enough. Just give one of them a beating, the others will remember. And when they forget, do it again.
But then you'd have an injured soldier. It occurred to me a herbal potion might do the trick.
I never heard of any wives' quackery helping troop morale. But Christ knows they could do with something to flush the booze out of them and keep their eyes open.
Понятненько. Ох, сколько ж всего-то у вас тут. Мне нужно мясо. А тут что? Тут поспрашивать пиво, тут поспрашивать травника. Тут найти этого. А, и тут травник есть. Тут пиво есть. Тут углежоги. А меня вообще не любят. Ладно, отправляемся сюда. Будем действовать потихоньку, так как мясо, сволочь, портится. Им займемся в последнюю очередь. Пару животных убьем и достанем все, но в последнюю очередь.
I hope I can be of some help.
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Townburg.
I've hardly any beer left, but I have got a...
О, я помылся.
How are things here?
Oh, fair enough.
А с пивом у тебя что? Пиво 15. Давай, все. Травник. Ох! Трудно это дело поддерживать боевой дух войска, да? Вперед! О, покалечились уже. Ничего. Травмы закаляют мужчин, да? Особенно, когда он скачет за пивком для армии. Это нормально. Так. Правда, если воин убьется по пути, это уже никого не взбодрит.
The troops are falling asleep on guard duty.
There's a recipe I know. I could brew up enough for 2 or 3 men with what I have here.
No, I need enough for a whole bloody encampment. Actually, for 3 camps.
That much? It would take me a week just to pick the herbs for it. Unless you were to do a bit of the legwork yourself.
Что надо?
Seems only reasonable, since I'm the one who wants it. What do you need?
1 handful of valerian and 2 of mint, but make sure it's fresh. And a little wormwood wouldn't hurt.
Полынь. Мята валерьяна. Ох. Валерьяна, полынь. Лошадь. Томко. фей, чертополох. Это все не то. Угу. У меня есть вся нужная валерьяна. Ромашка. О, мята. Вот, мята тоже вся. Бро. Теперь мне нужна еще чутка полыни. Угу. Поговори с паном Дивишем. Полынь. О, я сейчас куплю полынь у этого мужика. Ой, какой разбой. Нам не до него сейчас. Тут меня, конечно, сейчас не особо любят. Ну а что поделать? Так. Времена такие.
Just my luck to get stuck here with all.
Do you happen to know the whereabouts of Conrad Keyser?
And what do you want from the old buzzard? Never mind. What do I care? It's the big house in the courtyard by the monastery.
Спасибо. Я не думал, что будет так быстро. Полынь, давай всю. Ой, стой. Купить-то надо. Ага. А где он? Здесь, что ли? Ну, получается, здесь. Это больше не на дом, а на храм похоже. Он остановился в доме. В подворках монастыря. Сказать мне, где именно это, мне не захотели.
Do you happen...
But of course, he's staying with our local custodian.
Здесь получается, да? Вот там наверху, да, спит? Не похоже, что там он спит. Но кто-то точно. Опа, нет, назад.
Oh, come on. What are you trying on here?
А, ну чё ты?
My humble greeting.
Is this where Conrad Keyser lives?
Indeed. The world-renowned Conrad Keyser.
I need to speak to him.
Oh, really? Whatever for?
Tobias Fayfar has sent me. He's asking Master Conrad for help with the siege of Talmberg.
Must be important then. Go in. Well, I don't know how he can help from here.
Конечно, сможет. Так, ну и где ты? Я так понимаю, здесь.
Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Дело у меня к тебе.
Sir, Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fayfar? Tobias Fayfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fafar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Ну почему?
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little, more than a little, critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bettelern Castle.
And why are you here in Sassa?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery.
What is it?
So you see, I can't simply take my
Сколько
leave.
тебе надо?
Could I not just pay off the master builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction. As long as he has the money to pay the craftsman's wages, that's all he needs.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wages, you say?
Yes, what are you thinking?
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow? After all, the defence of the province is at stake.
I realize that, but Sassa Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded. But I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
That's a curiously interesting idea.
My inventiveness has many applications. I could be back here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do. You really can't come
Ну
with...
так, на всякий случай.
I'd like to read.
Понятно, то же самое.
Look here, I don't want any trouble.
Be a bit more careful.
Ах, сложно же это все будет, да? Буква А. Делай так, чтобы у Карла закончились гроши. По-моему, это будет самое легкое, да? А буква Б? Вроде поручение. Это здесь, да? Похоже, это наверху. Ну, что ты застрял? О, я где-то ключ успел достать. Прикольно. Бежим. Я Я думаю, мы справимся с этим, по крайней мере, зданием гораздо раньше.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Где уже? А, вон ты где.
Greeting.
I've got that commission.
Not so loud, for heaven's sake. Show it here. The very thing. Go to the Sasau scribe and say to him the fox isn't half as clever as he thinks. Then he'll do as you ask.
Is that a password?
Just so. He insists on it. Don't forget to repeat it verbatim and aloud. Then all you have to do is take the new document to Carol and tell him a messenger brought it.
All right.
But most importantly, do it quickly and put the commission back immediately. Carol's no fool. If he can't find it, he'll put 2 and 2 together when you bring him the new document, and the game will be up.
Понятно. Ох, как все это сложно-то, а? Бегай туда, сбегай сюда. Где ты? Куда спряталась? Бежим. Энергия скоро кончится. Это нехорошо. Надо будет поспать хорошенько так. О, дождь начался. Это нам никак не поможет. Или нет? Странно, у вас тут дождь. Писарь.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I have a message for you.
Hmm?
О! А я что-то и не это.
The fox isn't half as clever as it thinks.
What?
The fox!
Jackass! What in heaven's name are you blabbering about?
Conrad Keyser sent me.
Why the hell didn't you say so?
That sod. He deliberately lied to me to make me look stupid.
Well, never mind. What do you want?
I've got this document here, and I need to have a different one drawn up with the same signature and seal.
So Conrad is still up to his old tricks. Give him my greetings. Let's see it then. All right. Give me an hour. And I hope I won't have problems on your account.
1 час так 1 час. Ну давай быстрее, что ты? Интересно, когда они когда-нибудь подкрутят это колесо? Ух ты!
How are you, Henry?
Is it done?
Here you are. And pass on my best to the old dragon. Jesus, look for it.
Ну подвинься. Главное еще не забудь вернуть подделку. Сначала вернем подделку, а потом скажем оригинальное письмо. Давай. Скачи. У нас куча дел. У нас, блин, гребаная война. Так. Сумка для заданий. Блин, ну где ты? Иное. Странно, что оно было в ином, а не как для задания помечено. Очень странно. Не врезайся в дома. Так, а где этот мужик? Он что, в таверне, что ли? Да. Люди работают, а он там развлекается. Опа! Зай! О, у тебя прикольный топор.
God's blessings.
Дай поносить.
What can I do for you?
A messenger brought a dispatch for you.
To the hand of charge, assistant, permission to leave Sasau. How very convenient for you.
The hand of fate.
We'll see what fate brings. I have an authorization letter of my own from the abbot, and if your letter of patent is fake, you'll be in trouble. Come with me.
И чё? А не. Ну пошли. Вот мы и на месте. Наконец-то, блин. Ну давай. Что ты? Ну всю дорогу бежал, а сейчас решил идти пешочком. Ты же не против, что я с тобой наверх поднимусь, да? Ого. Катился я. О, смотри, я не против. Остоверился.
Well, it goes against the grain, but the seal and signature are genuine.
So Conrad may leave?
He can. The letter of patent is genuine, and when the abbot commands...
Wonderful. I'll tell him.
Эй! А я еще так понимаю, мы могли у него купить денег тут спереть, да? Чтобы он никому платить не смог, но это как-то плохо. Лучше вот так. А еще, я так понимаю, мы могли Конрада кости выиграть.
They're after me! Sweet Jesus, I knew this day would come!
What? Who is... Carol said you can leave and...
Leave? I can't even set foot outside the door! Not now!
Please, calm down and tell me what's going on.
They're after me!
Кто?
Who? Who's after you?
Sigismund's people, of course!
Why would they be after you?
Because he's never forgiven my criticisms of Nicopolis. Now he's decided to pay me back. What am I to do?
Да кому ты нафиг нужен?
What makes you think someone's
А,
after
ты мне
you?
нужен.
When I was on my way to Sasau, I saw Baron Pekar in Kostelitz. He was with Sigismund on the crusade, as was I. Now I've been told he was seen at the local tavern. And a stranger's been creeping around the gardens here late at night. My God, there are signs someone was trying to force the door. They're after me, Henry. The Lord preserve me. They want to kill me.
Take it easy. If someone's after you, I'll see to him. I'll have a sniff around the town or lie in wait for him.
I don't know. What if he sneaks past you?
He won't, I promise. I'll hide in the garden, and if anyone starts creeping around after dark, I'll catch him.
You will, won't you? Good, good. And be sure to hide well. If he sees you, he won't come.
Зачем они так затягивают этот кусок?
What the hell are you doing?
А, вот скажите мне.
I'm at your service.
Do you know anything about a Master Pekar?
That nobleman that showed up recently. They say he's staying at the local inn.
Где лошадь? Едем в корчму. Ах.
How are you, Henry? God save you.
Hey!
Would there be a master pay card?
But of course.
Why's he come here?
Why so inquisitive?
My master's thinking about a trade he proposed, so I'm asking around to see if he can be trusted.
He's a decent man. He pays his debts, and he's certainly no cheapskate. They say he trades in cloth.
What does he look like?
Oh, he's easy to spot. If I had clothes like his, I'd sell them and live happier on the takings.
What kind of man is he?
People like him well enough. And as for me, well, half my profits are his doing.
Thank you.
Итак, ищем богато одетого человека. Почти.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Would you be Master Paycar?
I would. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Henry, of Skalitz.
And what do you want from me, Henry of Skalitz?
Как бы тебе так сказать?
To ask why you've come to Sasau.
An interrogation, then, I see. On business, of course.
And who is it you're doing business with?
Why don't you ask about my mistresses instead? My trade partners are my own private concern.
Stay away from Master Keyser.
Keyser? Conrad Keyser? Why should I want anything to do with him?
So he doesn't need to worry about you?
Worry? Good Lord, no. Why, we were friends.
Right, that'll be everything.
As the master instructs.
Перехвати наемного убийцу в полночь. Ну ладно, это мы умеем. Что значит? Значит, мы едем спать. Что еще делать-то? Блин, сколько этих лычек-то, а? Ну и накидали же нам с вами дел. Да? Да. А спать мы будем где? А спать мы будем здесь. Итак, уже почти полночь. Черт, нет, не сюда. А, вот же проход. Идем спасать нашего мастера осадных дел. Лошадь. Качи. Даже не так. Лошадь. Качи с факелом. Ну. Дверь открыта.
How are you, Henry?
No, they're after me. I know it.
Are you serious?
А тут другого прохода нет сюда? По-моему, нет. Ну, давай сделаем вот так. Берем факел и следим за дверью. Скрытно следим. Как вообще должен выглядеть наемный убийца? Неизвестно. Откуда он придет? Время — полночь. О, могилка чья-то. Чья-то лошадь. Просто лошадь. А, шепот. Кто шепчется там, а? А ну покажись. Опа. А говорил, нечего беспокоиться. Обманул меня, да, значит? Ну давай, заходи.
Bloody thing.
Halt! What are you doing here?
Quiet, for God's sake. You'll wake the whole monastery.
Silence! For God's sake, I caught you in the middle of an assassination attempt.
Assassination? What are you on about?
You told me to my face you were here purely for business, that Master Keezer had no reason to fear you, and then I catch you sneaking up to his door.
Keezer? He's living here in the monastery?
Well, yes. Right here in this house. What's your business here?
It's all a terrible mistake. I've a long-standing arrangement with the custodian here, Sir Sebastian von Berg. I supply him with salt and spices, and I've come to realise how he's been cheating me repeatedly. The dispute's been running for a while, and still has legs. So I wanted my money back, that's all. I've no quarrel with Conrad.
Ну да.
I don't believe a word you say.
Well, sorry, but I'm telling the truth. I suppose there's nothing to be done about it, unless you intend to skewer me on the spot.
Блин,
But if
чувак,
it
ну
will
ты же
help you sleep
обманываешь.
better, I'll stop creeping around here at night and find some other way to deal with the custodian.
Ай-яй-яй.
I left Prague, didn't I? Why do they want to
God
kill
save
me
you,
now?
Henry.
Well, did you find anyone?
I did.
And?
You needn't fear. I kept watch the whole night and nothing happened. A few folk passed by, but nobody dangerous.
And what about Pekar? Are you saying he has no malicious intentions?
None. He's just doing some trade with the custodian. That's what brought him to where you were.
Well, if you're sure, but I'd still rather lie low for a while.
Come to Talmberg. You'll be surrounded by a whole garrison there.
Yes. Yes, I suppose that does make sense. Thank you, Henry. I'm in your debt. We'll meet at Talmberg.
Если, конечно, тебя не зарубят по пути в Тальмберг, это было бы уже очень грустно. Ладно, этот кусок мы с вами выполнили. Вы молодцы. И я думаю, на этом можно закончить эту серию. Я думаю, в следующей мы наконец-то уже доберемся до этой гребаной осады. И чтобы это не пропустить, обязательно подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, жмите колокольчик, вообще все нажимайте, все, что можете нажать, нажимайте. Всем спасибо и всем пока!